From translation, NIV New International Version. This 44th day of the year. Today we are reading passages Numbers 5 to 6. Numbers chapter 5, verses 1 to 31. The Lord said to Moses, "Command the Israelites to send away from the camp anyone who has a defiling skin disease or a discharge of any kind, or who is ceremonially unclean because of a dead body. Send away male and female alike. Send them outside the camp so that they will not defile their camp where I dwell among them." The Israelites did this. They sent them outside the camp. They did just as the Lord had instructed Moses. The Lord said to Moses, "Say to the Israelites, any man or woman who wrongs another in any way and so is unfaithful to the Lord is guilty and must confess the sin they have committed. They must make full restitution for the wrong they have done, add a fifth of the value to it, and give it all to the person they have wronged. But if that person has no relative to whom restitution can be made, the restitution belongs to the Lord and must be given to the priest, along with the ram of atonement, by which atonement will be made for them. All the sacred contributions the Israelites bring to a priest will belong to him. Sacred contributions given to the priest by anyone belong to the priest as his property. The Lord said to Moses, "Speak to the Israelites and say to them, if a man's wife goes astray and is unfaithful to him by sleeping with another man, and this is hidden from her husband and her impurity is undetected, since there is no witness against her, and she has not been caught in the act. And if feelings of jealousy come over her when her husband has impure thoughts about her, even though she is not impure, or if he is jealous and suspects his wife even though she is not impure, then he is to take his wife to the priest. He must also bring an offering of 1/10 of an ephah of barley flour on her behalf. He must not pour olive oil on it or put incense on it, because it is a grain offering of jealousy, a memorial offering to remind God of the woman's wrongdoing. The priest shall bring her forward and have her stand before the Lord. Then he shall take some holy water in a clay jar and put some dust from the tabernacle floor into the water. After the priest has had the woman stand before the Lord, he shall loosen her hair and place in her hands the reminder offering, the grain offering for jealousy, while he himself holds the bitter water that brings a curse. The priest is to write these curses on a scroll and then wash them off into the bitter water. He shall have the woman drink the bitter water that brings a curse, and this water will enter her and cause bitter suffering. The priest is to take from her hands the grain offering for jealousy, wave it before the Lord, and bring it to the altar. The priest is then to take a handful of the grain offering as a memorial offering and burn it on the altar. After that, he is to have the woman drink the water. If she has defiled herself and been unfaithful to her husband, then when the priest has her drink the bitter water that brings a curse, it will go into her and cause bitter suffering. Her abdomen will swell and her thigh waste away, and she will become accursed among her people. If, however, the woman has not defiled herself and is free from impurity, she will be cleared of guilt and will be able to have children. This is the law in cases of jealousy when a woman goes astray and defiles herself while married to her husband, or when feelings of jealousy come over a man because he suspects his wife. The priest is to have her stand before the Lord and is to apply to her this entire law. The husband will be innocent of any wrongdoing, but the woman will bear the consequences of her sin. Numbers chapter 6, verses 1 to 27. The Lord said to Moses, "Speak to the Israelites and say to them, if a man or woman wants to make a special vow, a vow of dedication to the Lord as a Nazirite, they must abstain from wine and other fermented drink, and must not drink any grape juice or eat grapes or raisins. As long as they remain under their Nazirite vow, they must not eat anything that comes from the grapevine, not even the seeds or skins. During the entire period of their Nazirite vow, no razor may be used on their head. They must be holy until the period of their dedication to the Lord is over. They must let their hair grow long. Throughout the period of their separation to the Lord, they must not go near a dead body. Even if their own father or mother or brother or sister dies, they must not make themselves ceremonially unclean on account of them, because the symbol of their dedication to God is on their head. Throughout the period of their separation, they are consecrated to the Lord. If someone dies suddenly in the Nazirite's presence, thus defiling the hair that symbolizes their dedication, they must shave their head on the 7th day, the day of their purification. Then on the 8th day, they must bring 2 doves or 2 young pigeons to the priest at the entrance to the tent of meeting. The priest is to offer one as a sin offering, and the other as a burnt offering to make atonement for them, because they sinned by being in the presence of the dead body. That same day, they are to consecrate their head again. They must rededicate themselves to the Lord for the same period of dedication, and must bring a year-old male lamb as a guilt offering. The previous days will not count, because they became defiled during their period of dedication. This is the law of the Nazirite when the period of their dedication is over. they are to be brought to the entrance to the tent of meeting. There they are to present their offerings to the Lord: a ye-old male lamb without defect as a burnt offering, a ye-old ewe lamb without defect as a sin offering, a ram without defect as a fellowship offering, together with their grain offerings and drink offerings, and a basket of bread made without yeast, wheat flour pressed with olive oil, thin loaves without yeast and brushed with olive oil. The priest is to present them before the Lord and make the sin offering and the burnt offering. He is to present the basket of bread and is to sacrifice the ram as a fellowship offering to the Lord, together with the grain offering and drink offering. Then at the entrance to the tent of meeting, the Nazirite must shave off the hair that symbolizes their dedication. They are to take the hair and put it in the fire that is under the sacrifice of the fellowship offering. After the Nazirite has shaved off the hair that symbolizes their dedication, the priest is to place a boiled shoulder of the ram in their hands, and one thick loaf of bread from the basket, without yeast. The priest shall then wave these before the Lord as a wave offering. They are holy and belong to the priest, along with the breast of the wave offering and the thigh of the contribution. After that, the Nazirite may drink wine. This is the law of the Nazirite who vows their offering to the Lord in accordance to their dedication, in addition to whatever else they can afford. They must fulfill the vow they have made according to the law of the Nazirite. The Lord said to Moses, "Tell Aaron and his sons, this is how you are to bless the Israelites. Say to them, the Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you, so they will put my name on the Israelites, and I will bless them.